So after seeing, so before starting this session 3, we have to rememberize in session 1 we have taken the how these losses will occur, what are the major losses from precipitation. We have to memorize these things. Evaporation, evapotranspiration, infiltration are the major causes of losses. And then evaporation. What is evaporation? It is the process by which a liquid changes to gaseous state at the free surface through transfer of heat energy in an exposed water body like lakes or ponds. Water molecules are in continuous motion with arrangement of velocity. So these are the definition of evaporation. Then how this evaporation process occurs. Then what are the necessary steps, or what are the factors which are affecting this evaporation. We have seen that there are many factors which are affecting this evaporation, like vapor pressure difference, temperature of air, then wind velocity, then quality of water, and atmospheric pressure and altitude, depth of water, humidity, radiation. Then we have seen Dalton's law of evaporation, that is evaporation is proportional to difference in vapor pressure of water and air. E is proportional EW minus EA. Then after that we have seen why this measurement of evaporation is necessary. To estimate the proper planning, or to ensure the proper planning and operation of reservoirs and irrigation systems, estimation of evaporation is necessary. We have seen why the evaporation is necessary and what are the reliable sources by which we can measure this evaporation, that is pan measurement method, use of empirical formula, storage equation method, energy budget method. Now we will see in this session pan measurement method. So it is nothing but, here you can see in this figure. So you see this figure, I will explain what is pan measurement method. So any galvanized iron cylindrical vessel of 1.2 meter to 1.8 meter diameter, 300 mm depth, with openings at the top can be used as a evapometer or evaporation pan. During intervals of time, evaporation is measured as the drop in water level in the pan. Rainfall data, atmospheric pressure data, temperature should also be recorded. It has been correlated from evaporation from a pan is not exactly the same as that taking place from a water body. Hence, while using a pan measurement data for measuring evaporation from a lake or a water body, a correction factor has to be applied or multiplied by a pan coefficient. You can see in this figure the evaporation pan, which is conformed to IS 5973 and is also called as Class A pan. It consists of a circular copper vessel of 1220 mm effective diameter, 255 mm effective depth, and a wall thickness of 0.9 mm. A thermometer is assembled to record the variation in temperature. So in this figure, thermometer is shown, thermometer clamp is shown, then a circular copper vessel of 1220 mm, effective diameter of 225 mm, and a wall thickness of 0.9 mm is shown. Apart from this, a wire mesh covers with hexagonal opening is provided at the top to prevent the entry of foreign matters. A fixed gauge housed in a stilling well as shown in the figure is provided. During evaporation measurement, a constant water level is maintained at the top level of fixed gauge. For this purpose, water has to be added or removed periodically. The water level measurements are done using micrometer hook gauge. The entire assembly is mounted on a level wooden platform. So we can see the wooden level platform. So during evaporation measurement, a constant water level is maintained at the top level of fixed gauge. For this purpose, water has to be added or removed periodically. The water level measurements are done using micrometer hook gauge. The entire assembly is mounted on a wooden platform. So for evaporation from a pan should conform IS 5973 and is also called as pan, class A pan. Wire mesh covered with hexagonal opening is provided at the top to prevent the entire foreign matter to enter. A fixed gauge housed in a stilling well is shown in your figure. During evaporation measurement, a constant water level is maintained at the top level of fixed gauge. For this purpose, water has to be removed or it has to be added periodically. The water level measurements are done using micrometer hook gauge. So, as I told you, a pan measurement method is a galvanized iron cylindrical vessel which is having 1.2 meter to 1.8 meter diameter, 300 mm depth with openings at the top is used here. During any interval of evaporation, the time evaporation is measured. The drop in water level in the pan, rainfall data, atmospheric pressure data, temperature data should also be recorded during the pan measurement method. So evaporation are not exact models of large reservoirs or lakes because of the exposed condition which are not identical in both the cases, especially when the heat storing capacity and the heat transformed from the side and bottom of pan are quite different from those of large lake or reservoir. Also, the height of the rim above the water surface in the pan affects the wind action over the surface and creates a shadow of variable magnitude over water surface which affects the radiation to the water surface. In view of the above evaporation, certain pan coefficients measured from the pan has to be corrected to get the evaporation from the lake under a similar climatic condition. Thus, a coefficient called pan coefficient is introduced and is given for different types of pans. Different types of pan coefficients are used, which are tabulated here. Type of pan, range of coefficient, average coefficient. In ISI pan 0.65 to 1, it gives average of 0.8. For class A load pan 0.6 to 0.8. For Colorado sunken pan 0.75 to 0.86. For floating pan 0.70 to 0.80, having a average capacity of 0.80 coefficients, pan coefficients are used. So this is the pan measurement method, how you are measuring the evaporation. What are the pan coefficients we have seen in this session. Now we will see how this Evaporation is measured from empirical formula in the next session.